Does your giving experience build trust with your congregation? And this is really, really important. I know this is kind of hard for a lot of different churches, a lot of different pastors. It's kind of like, how do I make it to where it's not so intense, to where it's kind of a passing thing, but yet it's still really important, right? And people know, like, hey, this is how we keep the lights on, right? This is how we grow the ministry. This is how we get more outreach. So anyway, we have this balancing act. So that's what we're getting into today. We want to make sure that we can hit some main key points that are going to, accomplish everything we just said, and then not only that, but make it really easy and digestible. So we actually do have a PDF. If you want to download the ebook, just you can either click on the link below or reach out to us via any of our social medias. But there should be downloadable right there. You get it in your email, and you can print it out, you can fill it out, you can write all over it. It's awesome. So anyway, make sure to do that. There's also way more key points in here, because I'm limited on time here, but we go into a lot more detail. So make sure that you're kind of downloading that, consuming that, and definitely filling it out and really seeing what you can do to implement in your church. So let's jump into it and with our first key. All right, our first point that we really want to make is it's the simplest one. It's probably what you've heard before, but make it quick and easy, make it convenient for people. Make sure it's just a one click, and they're going right to a trusted vendor. That's the one thing. You want to make it quick and easy, but also make it really trusting. So make sure it looks like a really credible. It's going to be online most likely, and make sure that you're kind of setting it up there to where it's one click, they're in, and they can see exactly how to go about it. Make sure it also has some really good UX UI, a good user experience. Make sure it's easy. You don't want people going, oh my goodness, I have to do, make sure that it's really, really simple for them to where it's not that hard to figure out, and it really just kind of guides them through the process. So make it quick, easy, and really trusting. All right, that was the easy point. Now we're going to the second point here, which is going to be make sure that you have a recurring option available for them. Because a lot of times people don't really think about it, or maybe they have a particular part or ministry that they really, really are invested in. And make sure that you are paying attention, and maybe you even have different softwares that will really recommend to people, hey, if they have really, really been interested in specifically supporting this ministry, just set up a recurring, right? $50 a week, $50 a month. $100 a month, $80 a month, whatever that is. And that's kind of how it works, is that, you give them that option, a couple different options that they can click on. It's as easy as one click, and saying, oh yeah, actually I do want to make that recurring, and I want to make it $20 a month and recurring, and really what that does is it builds, consistency. If your church doesn't implement it, make sure they do. It's just really, really simple. And, also a lot of times life just gets really, really busy, and you forget, right? It's like, oh my goodness, I need to go online and pay that. Like, if you just make it recurring, it's so much easier. A lot of times people know really close to how much they're going to be making, and a good percentage of people do, right? A good percentage are teachers, government workers. These people know exactly, engineers, their salaries are going to be the same no matter what, pretty much. So make sure that you're just kind of putting that out there to where they can just really easily get that recurring, to where they don't have to think about it. All right, the next point is we want to make it really, really encouraging. And we actually want to make it a positive thing. A lot of times people kind of really feel like they need to put it in the back of the website, right? Or put it like on the navigation bar, but it's like really at the far end and it's small, and because they don't want to bring attention to it. But really, I think a better way to kind of approach it is show some really cool ministry things that you guys have been doing recently, on the website. Really go make it to where it's embedded in the website. It's a Loom or it's hosted on Vimeo or something, to where it's actually a video of the project or whatever you guys are doing, and that way people can actually see and go, oh, this is awesome, right? And they have the give option there. That's kind of what you want to be doing. You don't necessarily want to hide it, but you want it to be an encouraging thing, an exciting thing, right? Because the honest truth is, if we all give, right, we all give that 10%, we all give that 20%, some of us, or whatever that is. We're building the kingdom, right? We're building the church together. It's really, really awesome. So it needs to be an encouraging thing, an exciting thing. And so just make sure that it's something that you're tackling head on, right? And you're not afraid of it. I mean, you shouldn't be afraid of it. So anyway, that's kind of the main kind of point there, is that make sure that there's encouragement and that there's proof of concept, right? You're showing the activity. People don't want to just give and just like, oh, oh, it is what it is. Like, no, they want to give and see what's happening. So make sure that's kind of where the digital side comes really important. And then obviously kind of coupled with our first part, make it easy, make it quick, make it trusting. And then not only that, but allowing them to do recurring, boom. We're really, really set. And you're definitely kind of optimizing your experience, right there. All right, the last point, and it's really, really simple. Go through the giving process yourself. Have each person, on your executive team, maybe it's 4 of you, or 5 decision makers, maybe 3. Don't do too many. Don't do 20. You can have 20 people do it and give feedback, but don't have 20 decision makers. But have a really a small team kind of go through the actual giving experience themselves. And just make some key points like, oh, that could be done better. Or, oh, it really is that simple in certain ways, to where you're thinking like, oh my goodness, I had to click that, I had to click this button twice, or, the user experience here, I had to put in the same information twice. Like, that's kind of where you're going to realize like, oh, that was annoying, right? So make it really simple, make it really easy. And click from, maybe it's that kind of part of the video where we ended up setting up where, hey, we're showing you this project that we're doing, and the pastor's kind of going over it, and the leadership's kind of going over it, and how exciting it is. And then you click the link below, and oh my goodness, it doesn't work, right? The link doesn't work. So that's kind of where you just want to run through it yourself, and all the way to the giving, to where you hit, send, whether it's $5, just test it out, make sure that it works. And not only that, but that it's a really seamless and easy process. And that, oh, you notice, oh, I thought we were supposed to have the recurring options there. Why isn't that there? Let's figure that out, right? So it's just really, really, it's easy. And you might notice some wording there that you're like, oh, I don't really like the way that wording sounds. It rubs me the wrong way. It's those little details that you're not going to notice unless you actually go through the process yourself. So go through the process yourself and really kind of audit yourself, and you're going to be in for a lot more successful giving experience. All right, so if you hit those main keys, you're gonna be in a really good spot, especially with your giving. Like I said before, we wanna make this a good experience. We wanna make it exciting, about building. It's about growth. It's not about, like this thing that we're scared to talk about. So anyway, if you guys got value from this, make sure to let us know. Really excited. We also have the ebook that you can download. There's way more key points in there to make sure you go and grab that. You can print it out, give it to your executive team, and fill it out yourselves, make some notes all over it. It's awesome. So anyway, make sure to reach out if you have any questions or kind of thoughts. Let us know. We're always here to be really, I would say, a lot of good feedback. If you need feedback on your actual giving, I would say flow. Let us know. We're always here to help. And yeah, sounds good. Let us know if you have any questions, and we look forward to helping you with your giving process.